Okay, good morning. We're going to get ourselves started by adding a nice little march. And then what I want you to do now is add the arms and start to get those legs just a little bit higher. Pull the knees up. And then we're going to take this and widen that march. So getting the feet as wide as you comfortably can. Keep those arms moving. And take it back in. And back out. Pulling it in again. All right, from here, we're just going to add those arms up and back down and up and back down. Last one. Now I want you to take the arms, pull them up to your shoulders. Hold those feet nice and steady. Bring them wide, turning those toes and knees out. Navel's tucked in. We're going to squat it down and up. Squat it down and up. Let's add the arms in. So we're going to take them back and forward. Back and forward. Breathing in through the nose, up through the mouth. 2, 1, and let's bring those feet back in for that nice big march. Arms up and back down. Take it too wide. Get the knees higher. Now bring it in. And wide. Try to get a little lower in your wide. And back in, nice and tall on the in. Take it back to that wide stance. Arms back up to shoulder level. Take it down and up. Into those squats. Hips are back. Navel's in. 4, 2. Let's add the arms. Take it out and in. Out and in. Squeeze those shoulder blades together as you pull your arms back. 3, 2, 1. Bring that up and in. Let's get back into our march. Take it into high knees and out. Get nice and low. Pull it back in. And back out. Nice and wide. Back on in. Let's take it forward. We're going to start on the right. Forward, left, back. Right, left, back. Right, left, back. Keep your arms moving as well. Keep that navel tucked in. And breathe. Now let's take it into a nice low squat and up, down, down, up, down, down, up, up. Hold it here. Add the arms back on up. And down. And up. And back down. Last one coming up. All right. Keep that march going, but I want you to widen it once again. I want you to turn your knees and toes out to the side. We're going to come into what's called a plie, pulling the upper body up so it's nice and solid on the top. Take it down and up, down and up. We're going to add those arms in eventually, so watch that you have those shoulders relaxed down, navel's tucked in. Let's add the arms. So on the way up, let's send that to a stretch. Other side. Get your feet as wide as you comfortably can. I want you to do. Last one. And we're going to pull those feet back on in. Get them to the march once again. So our heart rate stays up. We're staying warm. Everything's moving. Wide. In. and wide, and in, and wide, and in. Last one, wide, and in. Great. Okay, from here, we're going to get those arms to rotate around and let those legs kind of remain somewhat steady because we're letting that heart rate slow down just a tad. Let's go forward. One more here. And then we're going to bring those feet in. All right. If you have your chair, I want you to take your hands on the back because we're going to come into some body strengthening exercises. So what I like you to do is have those hands on the top of the back of your chair. I'm going to use my ball here as my chair. If you don't have a chair, you can have your arms at shoulder level. And all we're going to do is come down into a nice little squat and up. And we just did these, so we know how they go. Light grip on that chair. I don't want you gripping it too tight. Fingers nice and long. Last 4. 3. Get those hips back like you're going to sit in a nice low chair. All right, now this last one, you're going to come up and hang onto that chair. Come up to calf raise. Up to calf raises. Taking all the time you need to get to those toes. Last 3, 2, 1. Bring that all down. Turn your body so that your left hand is on the top of your chair and step that right toe out. We're going to lift it up. Try to get that body to remain nice and tall. Don't let your weight sink all the way over to the left. Because now you're going to hold this leg up, pull it in. See if we can balance on that left foot. Slight bend of the knee. Let's rotate that heel around. And let's reverse that. If at any point you need to sit in your chair, you can. All right, now we're going to take this foot, bring that back down to the floor. Turning back over now to the top of your chair with both hands. I'd like you to have your hands nice and wide with the elbows out. If you don't have that chair, you can use your wall. And what you're going to do is put your hands on the wall nice and wide. And then you're going to breathe in, lower your body. Exhale, up, down, and up. So instead of the lower half, we'll just pick up onto that upper half first before we switch sides. So remember that navel's tucked in nice and tight. I want you to give yourself 5. Inhale, exhale. 2. Inhale, exhale if you have the chair in front. And then bring yourself back on up. All right. Now, if you can switch sides on your chair, your right hand will be onto the chair. And we're going to step that left toe out to the side. Let's lift it up and down. Slight bend in that right knee. Navel's tucked in. Hips are straight forward. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold this leg up. Let's bring it in and try and steady ourselves as we roll the ankle. Let's reverse. And bringing that all the way back to the floor. Okay, both hands are on that chair now. The arms are nice and relaxed, shoulders down. And we're going to take it to those plie squats we were doing earlier. So knees and toes wide and pointing out. It'll look like this. Take it down and up. Hands can be on the back of the chair or just in the air. So if your chair's in front, you'll have your hands here. 4, 3, 2. Make sure those knees are out with those toes. Bring that all up. Turn those toes and knees in. Let's come back to our calf raises. Up and down. If there's no chair in front of you, anything beside you can be stable, like a wall, a door, a table. We're just going to come up and down, getting onto those toes or balls of the feet. Last 2 here. 1, and bring that all back down. Keeping your hands where they are on your chair or the wall. At shoulder level. This time, elbows stay in. And we're coming to a tricep push-up. So I want you to pull yourself down. Push it back. Breathe in. Exhale. So our elbows are tucked in nice and tight. So we're pushing in, exhale. In, out, in, out. A wall or your chair, back of your chair. 3, 2, last 1. All right, regardless of the chair or anything else, hands are out in front. You can keep them on the back of the chair. Walk those feet back a little bit. And then I want you to let yourself push the hips back and down. We're going to round that back up. And then we're going to let it sink down. What I want you to do is round it up using your tailbone. Use the tailbone to send that up so your back dips. 3. We've got 2 more here. And our last one. And then I want you to come all the way back up from that chair. Okay, let's keep that heart rate up a little high and keep our body warm. Add a little movement here with your march. Grabbing water whenever you need it. We're going to move on to a little bit more now. So everyone's going to grab, while you're grabbing a sip of water, your long band and or a loop band all the way around. Okay, so we're going to have ourselves sitting in our chair with our band. And once you get there, okay, you're going to go ahead and bring that band up to shoulder level. Making sure that your hands are gripping that band. And if it's in the loop, that's okay too. Pulling that apart and together and apart and together. Bring it out and in. And I want you to feel those shoulder blades pull together as you're doing this. So you've got those shoulders, muscles in the back, core, tummy muscles all working here. And we're going to do 5, 4, last 3, 2, 1, and I want you to hold it out here. Now add just a nice little pulse. If you have your loop band, you're not going to be as wide in the arms, which is totally okay, as long as you're sitting nice and tall for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're going to bring that back down. Okay, what we're doing next is we're going to take our feet and put it on top of that band. Okay, gripping that band around the hands. If you're using a loop band, your feet actually can both be in there. It's a little tougher to do, but you can grab both of ends with the hands and have both feet in there. Otherwise, we've got these long bands wrapped around the hands, creating enough resistance, sitting tall, and when you're ready, we're going to do some biceps. Let's bring these up and down, and up, and down. So those feet are flat. We've got that band under them, and we're working into those biceps next. adding a little extra resistance with bands after some body weight. 3, 2, 1. I want you to hold this up here and just let your arms come to a nice little pulse. We're going to come into a little bit of work with the lower half using this band seated as well. 3, 2, 1. I want you to have that band wrapped just around the right foot. You're going to bring this right foot up and have the hands still with that band wrapped around. Pull the leg up, and then I want you to push away. Push it away. So seated in your chair, you're sitting nice and tall, maybe a little bit on the edge of that seat. We're going to get these hands to hold that band and create more resistance as we push the leg down. Push. Feel like you're pushing your heel down to that floor. Your knee does not have to come too high, comfortably high. That's what you're looking for. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now, because those biceps are really feeling this, after all of our bicep work and then holding, we're going to give them a break after this left foot. Take it up, push. And nice, easy transition. Won't take long to get that under your foot. Now, if you have that loop band, it's still around one foot with both hands, or maybe even just one hand gripping. Last 3, 2, 1, and bring that all back on down. Okay, we're going to take this and bring it around our back. We're going to have it around the shoulder blades. And same thing. Grab that band and make sure it's wrapped around your hands. So you want this at the shoulder blades because your arms are coming to shoulder level, and we're going to do some chest work. Your arms can remain long, or maybe they need to bend in. Either way, I want you to take this, hold those hands together in front of your chest. So sit nice and tall. Squeeze those chest muscles. So you're going to squeeze as you come in. Try not to let the arms do all the work. You want them to be on and active, but not getting the chest muscles to relax. You want those working. And of course, if you don't have a band, you're just doing this in the air. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, let's get it back to the beginning. That's where the band was in front. And we're going to hold it up in front. And take it out and in and out and in. So get those shoulder blades again. Squeeze back. Squeeze. Let's take our time with this. Really focus on those muscles in the back. Let's do one more here. And hold. Little pulse, pulse, pulse. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. All right, into these biceps once again. Under that right foot. Bring that leg forward slightly. Sitting tall, navel in, pull the knee up, and push that leg away. Let's do 5 more. And 4, 3, 2. Last one. And switch it up to that left. I know those biceps are getting tired. did say we were doing bicep, didn't I? Well, we are with a leg. And we're going to do the biceps specifically. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, we got both of those feet on that band. And sitting up nice and tall. Let's pull those arms up and down. A little reverse set there, but that's okay. We're getting it all in. For 3, 2, 1, and I think we've tortured those biceps enough. Okay, we're going to get this now back behind us. And again, around those shoulder blades, holding this, arms starting back. Pull it forward, squeezing into that chest. Let's do 4. And 1. All right, bringing that all down. All right, what I'd like you to do next, okay, is just bring those hands together, interlace your fingers, and feel like you're being pulled forward, letting the back around. And then I want you to bring those arms up. Let those hands now come behind the head. Pull those elbows back, lift up. Let's stretch that chest a bit. And that upper body. And come on up. We're going to stand, and we're going to keep this band with us. Grab water if you need to at this point. And I want you to come into a standing position. So we're going to work a little bit into twisting, a little arm and upper and lower all together. Okay? So what it looks like is one end of the band is going to come onto the floor, and you're going to step on that with your left foot. The other band end is around your right hand. Your feet are nice and wide for this. They don't have to be narrow, so nice and wide. Take that arm, bring it up to the side, and then I want you to twist down and up. Twist and up. So getting into those shoulders a little more. Some back. Remember I mentioned we're going to use those legs? That's coming up. Last one here. Let's add the squat. Twist. Squat. Twist. This hand is just hanging out. Left hand is hanging out. We know our squats now. We've been doing them from the beginning. How many of you wanted to say woo? Because I did. Last one here. And then let's bring that arm down. We're going to switch it up. That right foot onto that band. The left hand is going to start up. Bring it down across to start and up. And down. And up. Again, if you don't have a band, you can be just doing this in the air. Now let's add those legs. So we're coming down on a nice little squat or bend to the knees, hips back. Right hand is hanging out. Taking that as slow as you need. As long as this arm is coming across that body and back up, you're getting into the exercise the way you should. Last 5, 4, 3, 2. We got last one here. All right. Now, let's take that off. Okay. We're going to add a little bit of work to those triceps. So I'm going to ask you to take that band across your back behind you. One hand is holding onto it at one end, and you're going to grab the other end with the other hand behind. And then this arm is just going to pop up and down, top arm up and down. If that is not possible today, okay, then what you're going to do is a slightly different exercise. Okay? You're going to be doing this. Out, 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 out. And that's only if this exercise does not work for you today. Otherwise, come into position and up, up. For those who've already been doing it, keep pushing through. You've got 4, 3. We're coming back to this later. 2, 1, and bring it down. We got to switch. Other hand is going to come up above now. Other hand is going to come back behind to grab. And then we're going to pull that up and back, down, bending and extending at the elbow. And you know the option with the band if this is not the exercise for you today. 3, 2, 1, and let's give that a nice little rest because that's a lot of work for that upper body. We got one more exercise that we're going to be doing with this band before we move on. Okay, you got your right foot on top of your band, hands hanging on to the ends, wrapped around. I want you to step that left foot forward, so you're going to look a little like this. Okay, and if you can, transfer that other band end to the right hand. Hold to the chair, wall, whatever steady. I want you to take that right foot, bring the heel up, and then I want you to get that band around the knee, and you're going to pull it in, push it out, in, out. Now you can see my hands on the wall to help protect and steady you. And all we're doing is getting that knee up and foot off the floor to extend that leg and bend, flex and extend. With that resistance, it's going to get into the hamstrings and the glutes. 3, 2, 1. Now hold that leg nice and long. Let's bring it up and down. Just a nice little tap on the toe, down and up. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now that left glute probably felt all this as well, and that's okay if it does. We're going to take that to the left foot next. Bring that right foot forward. Transfer that end to the left hand. And hold the wall or your chair. Lean yourself slightly forward to protect that back. Navel up. Hold the leg. Bring it in and extend. In and extend. In. Watch that you've got your hips pointing to the floor so that that one hip isn't rotated upward. We need it to stay down and steady. And I want you to take this as slow as you need to. Last 3, 2, 1. Hold that leg nice and long. Let's tap those toes up and down. Slight bend in that right knee. Three, 2, 1. Pull that all back in. Okay, what I'd like you to do now, holding onto the band, standing nice and tall, keep your back flat as you come down, stretch the back of those legs, and then let the head release down. Taking your time now to come up and roll those shoulders. Grab some water. We're moving on. All right. We're going to move on now to a little work with the weights next. So these bands can set to the side. I want you to grab your weights, anywhere between 1 to 5 pounds, okay? Or even less if you need them. We're staying in a standing position, turning those toes slightly out with those knees, so your knees and toes don't have to stay forward. If that's more comfortable for you, this is where they stay. Otherwise, you can turn them out and widen them to help open the hips. From here, we're going to take it down and up. Small, small squat. I want you to squeeze those glutes on the way up. Last one here. Now, holding these weights, I want you to come up onto those toes and down. Lift the heels. Last 4, 3, 2, 1 here. Bring those heels down. All right, let's pull those feet in. Okay. And then we're going to take these weights and add a little bit of work now to the back. So you're coming down in a slight bend, hips back, knees bent. Keep those weights on your legs, on your backs. Take that right arm, pull it forward. Let's pull that up and back, up and back. If that feels like it might be a little too much on your back, grab the back of your chair. Let your weight shift onto the back of the chair so you're slightly more forward, helping that back. Those navels are tucked up and in. Elbow out to the side. I want you to do 2 more in this arm. Last one here. Bring yourself back on up, and we're going to come back to our nice little squat, pretending we've got some suitcases here. Going on a nice sunny trip. Knees and toes can be forward or slightly turned out and widened. You're not coming down very far. Just a nice little active break in between arms. 4, 3, 2, and your last one here. All right, turn those in because you can use the back of your chair to help your back out. Otherwise, you're bent slightly forward. You're going to take the left arm, pull that up and down. And again, if that bothers the back, grab the back of your chair. Four, last 3, 2, 1. And I want you to come on up. Keep those weights in your hands. We're going to work on the back of the a little bit here. So you're going to stand nice and tall. You can have your feet hip and shoulder distance apart. I want you to flatten that back. Take yourself down with a nice flat back, only to feel a stretch in the back of the legs, and then you can come back on up. Take your time, down and up. Taking all the time you need with these. Keep the knees as straight as you can, slight bend in them if you need. And Should feel the backs of his legs. We're going to do 3. Nice and slow. 2. And our last one here. All right. Let's go ahead and pull these weights up now to our chin or at chest level. You can, again, have those knees and toes where they need to be forward or out slightly wide. We're coming up and down again into our final set of squats. It's a lot of squatting, I know. Last 3. 2. This is it. Last one. And we're going to add a nice little exercise here in between before we come to the back again. Let's take that right leg back out to the side, slight bend in that left. Let's lift it up. Now you can choose to have your weight resting on the side of the leg, or maybe you still want them up. Whatever feels best today. Now I want you to hold that leg up. Can we pull it in? And balance. Keep that balance for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it all back down. Let's switch that to the other side. I'll move that ball up and down. Don't let yourself lean too far to the side. Four, 3, 2, 1. Hold it up. Hold that in. You've got that chair there or any safe spot that's stationary to help you. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. Good job. We're going to take that right hand and come forward again. Bringing the arm forward. Elbow up. Back down again. See that shoulder blade, feel that coming over to the spine as you lift that up. Try not to grip too tight. 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on up. Let's just relax that back a little bit by pulling those knees up and down, and then coming back to position for that left side. Taking your time now, bending at the hips and those knees. Left hand forward, elbow up. And again, you can grab your chair to help support that back. Or you can even lighten your weight. Last 4 here. 3, 2, 1. Bring it up. Okay, one more set where we come forward into a bend. I'm going to show you this way. Nice flat back. Take it nice and slow. Only go as far as you can feel those hamstrings stretch. Take yourself back on up. Drop weight if you need to. But I want you to keep that back flat. Try not to let it round. So don't let this happen. Keep those shoulders back and down. Three. Last 2. Last 1. And bring that all up. Okay, set those weights down. Grab some water. Move those feet. We're going to do a little bit more cardio before we come into seated exercises with our weights. So we're going to start in our march. Make sure nothing's in your way here. Let's take it walk. And forward. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back. 1, 2, 3, 4. Forward. And back. Again, forward. And back. Bring it in. Okay. We're going to add a little more onto this. It's going to seem a little tricky, but I know you can do it. It's a good brain exercise with the body. We're going to be taking the feet out and in. Starting on the right. Out and in. Out and in. Now, this is a nice slow pace. If this is where you want to be, you stay here. If you can add the arms, let's do it. If you want to go a little faster, this is the position and the tempo. So you choose your pace, where we started, or add it on. You got 2, 1, and back into a nice little march. Just a nice little quick heart pick me up, I call it. Let's take those feet wide. Get those knees nice and high. Move those arms. We're going to take it forward once again. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, back. Narrow. 2, 3, 4, back. Wide, forward. And back. Narrow, forward. Back. Wide, forward. Back. Narrow, forward. And we're going to keep it here narrow. Good. You're going to add on again. Let's take it back. Out, out, out. Add the arms, either shoulder or overhead. Now, you know that you can pick it up a little faster if you'd like. Listen to your body. Last one here. And I want you to bring those feet nice and wide. Come into a little mini squat. We're going to add a little upper body work here. Get a little fist with these hands. Take it forward, forward. Little twist. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take that right foot, bring it slightly back so the left is forward. Take the right hand, pull the arm back, twist across. Across. I want you to twist that arm across your body. It does not have to twist very much. Try to keep that twist coming at the waist so you don't have to move your knees with it. Just enough that you can feel that arm come across. Last one here. Take the right foot forward, left back, and cross. Left, cross. Left, cross. Nice little twist again. A little balance exercise in there as well. You're going to lift that heel off the floor for 4, 3, 2, 1, and bring it all up. Now, bring it back down, nice wide stance, a little faster, forward. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it up and march. All right. Hope everyone's feeling good. Let's widen that. And bring that just to a nice little tap so that we're letting that heart rate come down just a little. And we're going to move on to a seated exercise with our weights next. So, taking those legs to come to little taps. And grab your chairs. Coming back to those weights now. So let's grab those weights, or maybe you don't want those weights with you today. Either way, you're having a seat on your chair. And we're going to have the weights resting in our hands on the thighs. I want you to take the heel on that left foot up. Okay? Now, if that feels comfortable, you can stay there. Otherwise, take the foot off. And I want you to tap up and down. Up and down. So you're nice and tall. Now, if it's your heel's just coming up and down. This little calf raise. But the whole leg can come up and down too. Four, three, two. Hold that leg up. Can we hold that up? Can we kick it out? Kick. 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 Straight forward. You can lower that knee if you need. 2, 1. Bring that down because I know that feels pretty awesome on the thigh. All right, heel up onto that left foot next. And your heel's stepping up and down, or you're lifting that foot and bringing it up and down. Four, 3, 2. Can we hold that leg? Okay, and if you can hold it and that's good for you, you stay there. Otherwise, kick those toes up. That heel forward. Feel those thighs working even more. Three, 2, last one here. Bring it all back down. Good job. Okay, what I'd like you to do next is put those weights by your side. Okay, they can rest on the arms of the chair if there are arms on there. Otherwise, we're going to start into some shoulders. So what you're going to do is you're going to take this up and down. Dropping the weight if that's too much. Bend in the elbows. One more. Now, we're going to take that and put those weights back onto the thighs. What I'd like you to do next, okay, is bending yourself forward. Okay? Put those weights a little bit more at the knees, and then we're going to add a little bit to the back of the arm. So this right arm is going to come back. We're going to pull it up, 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 up. So if you got that chair with an arm, you're going to have to bring that nice and wide. I'll show you from the side here. Five, 4, 3, straight arm, 2, 1. Bring that up. Let's give the other side a try. So down, left hand, back, and up. And as you can see, my arm doesn't have to rise very high. It doesn't have to come here. Just enough I feel the back of the arm. That's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's bring those weights down and set them onto the floor because we're moving into a little more of a cool down phase next. So let me change up our music here and add a nice little cool down phase. So everyone's seated in their chairs still, and we're going to take ourselves a little bit forward when we're seated in the chair. So you've got your hips on the edge or your tush on the edge of your chair, slightly forward. I want you to let yourself lean back so that the abdominal wall feels like it's tightening up there. Then I want you to let yourself come up and then back. Now, as you're doing this, you don't have to sit nice and tall. In fact, I want you to hollow out your belly. I want you to feel like your spine has a nice little curve in it. 3, 2, 1. Now sitting nice and tall here, okay? I want you to come down over top of the thighs. Let those arms come by your side. And I want you to round your back over your thighs. Now pull yourself on up. Take it back down and over those thighs, rounding the back. Unraveling and unrounding as you come up and down. And we're holding ourselves up. We're going to take ourselves back into that nice hollowed out belly. See, curving our spine so you feel like you've got a nice little curve in that spine. It'll look a little bit more like this in your chair as your hips are sitting on the edge. And then you're going to come up and back and up and back and up and back. You're going to feel like as you're coming back, the ribs are down and into those hips. Following out that belly even more. You've got one more to do here, and then you're going to come on up. We're bringing the arms out to the sides now so that we can take ourselves to a twist at the waist. Last 2. 1. And then bring those arms down. In fact, I'd like you to start to take your arm across the chest. Use that opposite hand to pull it a little further to stretch into your shoulder and back. Sitting just nice and tall, regular on the seat. Let's try the other side out. And then I want you to bring that down. Take one foot forward with those toes pointed upward. The other foot stays flat on the floor. And then I want you to let yourself come down over top of that thigh to give a stretch into the back of your leg. And take your time coming up. We're going to switch to the other leg. Toes up and down. Bring yourself over top.
Where you going, my brown-eyed son? You used to crawl, but now you run.
Let's bring yourself back on up. Good, okay. If you can, take one arm up above the head, grab onto it with the other, and let yourself lean over here.
And drink from prison streams so clear. You don't have to be rich to get around.
All right, taking yourself back on up, grab that other hand, and let yourself lean over to the other side. And then I want you to come back on up. Take those arms, bending at the elbows, pull those elbows and arms back. And let yourself lean back, lifting the chin. And extend your arms now, bringing them nice and long so that we can deepen that stretch. And I'd like you now to bring yourself upright. Okay? Let that chin come down to the chest. If you feel you can, let your hands come on the back of your head and gently let the elbows come in. Pulling a little bit more on the neck. Now I want you to come up and take one hand to the opposite ear. Make sure the chin isn't pointed upward. We're going to bring that down and let this opposite hand stretch out to the side. And you should feel all this along here. And I want you to bring that head up and just a nice little gentle touch on the ear to bring that other side down. Remember not to let your chin point upward. And then you're bringing that head up. All right, what we're going to do next is take, if we can, that right ankle across the left knee. If that's as far as we go today, you can stay there. If you can, take yourself over top of those legs, bending at the hip, then you're going to be able to get a little deeper stretch into the side here. Now bring yourself on up. Take that off of the knee, and if you can, bringing the left ankle across the right. Again, you can choose just to stay there or bend forward over top. You can use the arms of the chair to help hold you steady as well. Now I want you to take your time to come back up if you were bent forward. Let's take this foot off, roll those shoulders, and I want to thank you for today's class. Thank you, everybody.